awe-inspiring action, death-defying stunts, exotic locations, nefarious villains, and ancient artifacts. These are the reasons why our nation has become obsessed with the bombastic film serial, The Adventures of Mitch McCracken. Yeah! Week by week, film goers such as yourselves flock to the local movie theater to enjoy each exciting new installment. But I need not tell you all this because you all are huge fans of The Adventures of Mitch McCracken. Though there's perhaps one thing that you did not know. These films aren't just pulp stories cooked up by Hollywood. They're based on true events. As shocking as it may seem, it is true. Now you all know of Nick Finch, Mitch McCracken's loyal companion who accompanies him on every adventure. Well, I am the real Nick Finch. And I have accompanied Mitch on many adventures over the years. Now, throughout this decade of the 1930s, Hollywood has put our stories on the silver screen. But due to limited budgets, rudimentary effects, and puritanical sensibilities, they have failed to capture them in their true glory. Well, let's see. For example, in Mitch McCracken and the Ruby Staff, when Mitch enters the Chamber of Terror, he faces a room full of cobras. In the film, at least. But in real life, he faced far more terrifying creatures. Can you guess what those creatures were?
Women.
Did someone say spiders? Specifically, women spiders. Black widows, known for biting the head off the male species. And there was one, as tall as the ceiling is high, leering over us as we entered that chamber. Far more terrifying than cobras. They just didn't have the budget. Well, let's see another example. In Mitch McCracken, in the Sapphire Compass, in order to cross the treacherous tundra, Mitch and I had to brave a fierce hailstorm. In the film, in real life, can you guess what much more treacherous obstacle we faced?
Women.
Titanic.
I heard tornadoes and I heard koalas. Yes, of course, we were in the outback. And there was a tornado swooping up from the eucalyptus trees, all of the koalas. They latched on to Mitch because he is as tall as a tree himself, hugging him, smothering him, cuddling him. Yet again, for some reason, Hollywood could not make that effect work. Lastly, in Mitch McCracken and the Emerald Crown, the villainous LaRue perished when she fell from the horrendous cliffs. Can you guess what much more horrendous fate LaRue faced?
Abraham Lincoln.
I heard something right here.
She fell into the earth.
She fell into the earth. Yes, a crack formed beneath her feet. She looked down. She saw the very core of the earth below her. She sunk down. We watched, looking down into the hole. It took a very long time. She screamed the entire time, getting smaller and smaller, dipping low, low, low. And then she was gone.
She
And Hollywood did not want to show you that. You see, the films have failed to truly capture the true glory of these stories, and that's why I, Nick Finch, have gathered you all here to regale you with the 100% true tales of the adventures of Mitch McCracken. But there's just so many stories and so little time. Perhaps I could use the help of a junior adventurer out there in the audience. Raise your hands if you would like to come and join me. I believe I saw this hand first. Let's hear a big round of applause. Junior adventurer, what is your name?
Sydney?
Sydney?
Yes.
Sydney, are you ready to help me determine the artifact that will be the basis of the story we will hear about tonight?
Yes.
Come stand right here. Bring out the artifacts. Sydney, bring me the one that speaks to you the most. The quest for the medallion. It's my favorite adventure. You've all, no doubt, seen the film based on this adventure. Of course.
Of course.
Classic.
Classic. Now, in that film, we pick up at the tail end of our previous adventure. That took place in a forest. But in real life, can you guess what location it actually took place in?
Paris.
Atlantis.
You have all determined that it took place in an active volcano in Kansas. That is correct. Kansas, well known for its many active volcanoes. You see, we had trudged many hours to the top. The volcano, as you see here, its peak bubbling with boiling hot lava. And from a paraglider coming out of an airplane, swooping into the top of the volcano, was none other than Mitch McCracken!
Nick, that was quite a flight, wasn't it?
Mitch, I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh, well, I'm sure you do.
The plane dropped me off at the base of the volcano. I just spent 5 hours climbing up here. And you just paraglided in.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. You know it. You're the climber in the group. Me? I'm the glider. This has been decided, Nick. We know this.
Mitch, what if I want to glide?
I'm never going to get in the way of your dreams, kid. And that reminds me. I got a telegram from Dr. Chambers at Cornell. Listen, kid, you can't turn down these opportunities, okay? I know you want to go on missions with me, and there'll be time for that. But kid, you got to work on your own. How many of these positions have you turned down, kid?
As many as were thrown at me, Mitch. I know that I have a genius brain and
Yes!
meant for wondrous things.
Absolutely!
I don't want all that. I want to be the next Mitch McCracken. I want to be a glider like you.
I know. Nick, I know, and I wouldn't stand in the way of that, but Nicholas, listen. You know I only use your full name when I mean it. And I mean this. Don't be like me. I could have gotten those 3 letters, but I didn't. I mean, they can call me professor, but they can't call me doctor. Because I walked away from it to do all this.
Wait. Mitch, hold your thought. The volcano is draining.
Oh my goodness. That is some very strange magma. It's almost like it's moving, like it's got a sentience to it. Wait, watch. It reacted.
Wait! Mitch, maybe this lava is alive.
It possibly could have something to do with that chalice we're after.
Yes, it does. For I am the Lord of the Chalice.
Oh my God!
Don't stay here!
It grew size, Nick!
Mitch, punch it!
Are you sure? Well, yeah! Come here, you! I didn't even make contact, and it's fun! Oh, thank you. That didn't do much.
I'll shoot it, don't worry,
Okay.
Mitch. It caught the bullet!
Oh my goodness gracious.
There is only one way to defeat us, and that way is
To drop some water on it. I mean, you will never get that totem. There is no water in Kansas. Totem, okay.
Mitch, sometimes in Kansas,
Yeah.
they call chalices.
Oh, because it's a special kind of cup. It's a totem to them.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
it's Kansas.
Yeah, it's Kansas.
Mitch, I forgot our canteens, but you know where there's water?
Well, I think you're going to tell me.
In our mouth.
Oh my goodness gracious, you're right. Okay. Wait! I surrender. That had to be some easy stuff there. Are you okay? You seem a little parched.
I just had to swallow it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Master! The humans have arrived at the top of the volcano. I sent magma mush to bring them here, but they failed. They are after my totem chalice, totem chalice, totem chalice. I'm stuck in a loop! Master! I recommend we just say chalice. Yes. Chalice. They come down to us, Master. You will be able to drink their blood and finally rule the world.
Wow. The view from up here is spectacular, isn't it, Nick?
I will lure them in with a seductive word. Hello.
Is it getting hotter up here?
Why
there.
Why don't you boys come down here where it's nice and sexy?
I am starting to like Kansas.
You ain't just whistling Dixie there, kid.
Let's go down.
They're coming, Master!
Draw them close. They must be near.
Yeah.
You don't think this could be a trap, do you?
No.
No.
Hello.
That is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
Just walk this way.
Oh, how can I do anything but? Oh, wait. Hey, you!
Not much here.
I spoke the words that I was supposed to speak. The ones I saw on the parchment, but I fear I did it too late. It definitely stopped him. Now I gotta figure out how to stop you.
Well, I'll never let you know that if you take my life force, it will bring him back. Oh, damn it!
Remember when I said you were the most beautiful thing I ever saw?
Yeah.
Come here! Oh, wait. I got it. There it is. Oh. This can't last for long. Look for the cup.
Yeah. Mitch, that was so weird. It was like he sucked all of the intelligence out of my brain.
Oh, no.
I started wanting to make very, very broad and hateful statements.
Nick, what is 3 plus 2?
5.
I got it. All right, so you still have arithmetic, but still, we've got to find that cup. They're going to come too. Wait, oh my goodness, I think the volcano's erupting. They're going to come too. What?
Rise, my God, rise!
I can't believe our luck, Nick. It's right here!
Let out the chalice!
Get him!
Get them! We erupt!
Oh no! Mitch, the volcano's erupting! We're gonna die!
Don't worry, Mitch McCracken will not die today! That was a good one. We got it. We'll have to take this back, and then you know what that means. Fortune and glory, kid. And listen, we probably have a couple more adventures, but come fall, I'm gonna have to let you go. You gotta go to Cornell, kid. But I think we got some time to do a little adventuring before that, don't you think?
I think so, Mitch.
All right.
Well, we jump now to the fall time. It was beautiful in Cornell. The leaves on the trees were orange. There was a professor in a vest and a very nice hat blowing the canvas. I had all my bags packed in the back of the car, and Mitch was dropping me off for the first day of school.
Here we are, buddy. This is gonna be great. Oh. You know I like to just get in and get out every once in a while.
Mitch, I don't want to go to college.
I know, you're scared. But you can do this.
Mitch, I don't want to be in a dorm room all day, studying, smoking weird stuff. I want to be out there with you in the jungle, studying stuff and smoking weird stuff.
You know, they don't talk enough about the smoking part. Come here, buddy. Listen, you think I'm not going to miss you? Oh, you're like a son to me. I mean, heck, I'm practically your dad. I mean, like, godfather. I mean, technically, but listen, what I'm trying to say in my ham-handed kind of way is that I'm going to miss you too. Terribly.
Mitch, you know what I was thinking about?
What?
Remember that old medallion that we always dreamed of finding?
Yeah.
Well, you know how they said it has the power to bring back one loved one from the dead?
Yeah?
I was just thinking it would be nice if maybe, you know, before I start classes, maybe we could go after it. Maybe we could find it and we could actually bring back my real father.
So I gotta tell you, I'm a little conflicted, kid. Because while I love you like a son, boy's gotta have his dad. We got what? A week before classes really start? Let's do this, kid.
Well, Mitch, it just so happens that there is a professor at this university who is an expert in lost medallions.
You're talking about Professor Robar.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's go into the Hall of Science and Archaeology and see if we can find some. Whoa! Mitch, a mammoth skeleton.
Oh, yeah, exactly. This one is over, it's old. It's very, very old. I told you I didn't get the PhD, right? You remember.
Oh, Nicholas.
Oh, you already know of me.
Of course I know of you. I read your, what do they call it, essay. It was excellent, son. You must be Mr. McCracken.
I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. Your reputation precedes you.
I must say, I'm honored that someone as esteemed as you would know of me and have read my essay.
He's doing himself a disservice. He's actually incredibly brilliant, and he's also quite humble.
You don't have to tell me.
I mean, you are like the father of all studies of ancient artifacts and...
Mr. Finch, I read that essay. It was illuminating, inspiring even.
And he wrote it, and he wasn't even in school. It's just something he does for fun. I mean...
Mr. Finch, I must tell you, your essay came at a very opportune time.
What do you mean?
Well, there is an artifact. The medallion.
We were just talking
We
about
got
it.
it just now, right when we pulled up.
You brought it up. Say.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
That is a coincidence. I was going to say that too. Wow.
That is also a coincidence.
I looked at your syllabus ahead of time, and it said we're going to be talking about the medallion on the first week of class. And everybody did so.
And you said, well, see?
But, Mr. McCracken, Mr. Finch, I'm afraid that there is a really a very special reason why I wanted Mr. Finch in my class.
Oh, well, please, elucidate.
And that is because I know that you, Mr. Finch, well, you fancy yourself an adventurer like Mr. McCracken here.
I can vouch for him.
Yes.
Well, Mr. McCracken, you yourself are a very famous adventurer. And I'm afraid that my daughter had gone out to search for the medallion. And she is missing.
Oh. She was supposed to be in our class this year. I'm so sorry, sir.
Wait, did you, memorize the entire roster of the class?
Look, I had to prepare.
No, that's not a bad thing, kid. That's
I was
initiative.
thinking of maybe some opportunities.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Probably. Go.
I was just thinking of, maybe if I knew her name, I could be like, oh, Candace, you look nice today. And she'd be like, oh, you know my name? Maybe we could grab, a soda pop. I'm sorry, sir.
As I was saying, my daughter Candace, she is lost, and she was after the medallion herself. She also is an adventurer, you see.
Yes, you stated it.
Coincidence.
No, that was just repetition, but keep going.
Well, I really, really love my daughter, and I would love if you two were to go find her. And of course, you two are excellent at finding artifacts, and seeing how she was looking for one, maybe you would be able to go find her.
Well,
We would love to, Professor. The only thing is that the medallion has been lost for generations, and there's so many conflicting stories about its whereabouts. We have no idea where to start.
perhaps your daughter has, I can see by your, you probably have something, don't you?
See? Here. In a tome that was found in a library in ancient Alexandria, part of it that wasn't burnt, there was a single sentence that drew my attention. And that was, go to the tallest peak in the world.
That is an attention grabber for sure. Fairly straightforward, too.
I mean, this was, of course, right after several sentences describing that this is the potential location of a medallion.
Mitch, I know that the tallest peak in the world, well, the second tallest is in Kansas, of
Oh,
course.
yes. It's gotten a lot smaller since the eruption, so...
Yeah, but the first one is Mount Everest.
Yes. It's my favorite mountain.
Mine's Kilimanjaro. Just because it sounds fun to say, right? Kilimanjaro.
No.
Kilimanjaro. But Everest, go ahead.
Yes. So this is all I have, I'm afraid. And this is all she was going with at the moment. So perhaps that could be your first step. Will you do this favor for me?
Well, we will. Just so happens I know somebody at the base of Everest. We go pretty far back. Hopefully he'll be ready to talk.
All right, well, if you'll excuse me, I do have a class to teach.
Of course. Doesn't start the... Oh, is it before the... It's like a week before the...
Summer school.
Oh, sure.
Professor, we will find your daughter, we'll find the medallion, and I will be back in time for class.
Thank you, Mr. Finch.
Mr. President, I have some troubling news. Now, Cornell has appreciated your service for a very long time, and I'm glad that you've been reinstated once again in another term, but do take a seat if you would. I overheard something today as I was walking onto campus. Mitch McCracken and Nick Finch were speaking of the medallion. It seems that the little Finch is looking to bring back his father from the dead. Now, I know you murdered him long ago. In order to cover up some of your academic deficiencies.
Yes. I can't remember why I told you all of this in the first place.
Now, of course, in the film, the president was a pretty dry man. There was not too much depth or interest to him. But in real life, he had a few quirks. I'm sure you can guess what they were.
He
thought he was going to explode.
was narcoleptic.
I heard of his name.
It's loud. Sing.
One moment, he was a blues singer. He was a blues singer. And did we have any guesses over here? Over here.
With the list.
He was a hula dancer. Yes, it was those two things, in fact. He loved hula. Oh, yeah, he loved singing the blues.
You know there is nothing I would do to ever ruin your wonderful reign over our campus. I mean, with your beautiful blues singing along with your hula dancing. I mean, there's nothing better in this world.
Silence, I need to ruminate on this. You know, I think better after a nice session of hula.
And he, of course, wore this hat.
Oh, yes, I've got it. Want to hear a song about it? Here it goes. Since I killed Stephen Finch, I have stolen his whole identity. This long history of research now, it belongs to me. I killed a man and stole his whole life and identity too. Because when you kill a man and steal his whole life and identity, then you gotta walk 10,000 steps in his shoes.
Oh, yes.
I think we shall have to maybe terminate the whole Finch family.
I don't know that there's another course of action.
Why, if he brings his father back to life, it'll bring our whole station to ruin.
Precisely.
And then how shall I fund my hula research? Who will pay for that bassist? my backup singers?
It would all dry up into dust.
This institution would crumble without me.
Exactly.
That's true. You and I. No, you. I want you to tail that finch like a hawk. Making a bird metaphor. Very able. Ready to swoop down on that finch and snuff him out.
Could you give me an inspiring tune to do it to?
No, of course. Oh, you got to. Yeah, you got to. Oh, you got to. Yeah, you gotta follow that finch. Follow that finch. You gotta follow that finch. You gotta follow that finch. Follow that finch. Yeah, follow that finch. Don't give in an inch. You gotta follow that finch. If for me a finch, you gotta follow that finch. And when you turn back on you, just gotta start killing, baby. I don't know. I leave it up to you, my perfect little school. Thank you. I think you got it, Chase.
In a base camp at the foot of Mount Everest, Mitch McCracken, ever warm-blooded, Nick Finch, shivering like a little baby.
Listen, kid, before we go into that content, I gotta tell you something. Me and Victor, the supply master in there, we go way back. But the last time we parted, it wasn't on such great terms.
I just need to get inside, Mitch.
Okay.
And so, we entered the tent. Inside there were scientists doing all sorts of test tube work.
This place has gotten bigger since I've been here. Lots of science going on.
Look at how big that tube is, Mitch.
Wow! And that appears to be bubbling on its own. Science. I was completely unaware that so much science was happening here at the base of Mount Everest.
Mitch McCracken.
Victor Kapow.
It's copper pop.
It's been 12 years or more, Mitch.
It has.
But you didn't think I forgot! Why, I ought to pay you back good for the deed you done did to me.
Okay, Mitch! Oh.
I shouldn't leave those things lying around.
Listen, I see where you're going, but just take this. Victor, see the error in my ways? Do what you must. Cut my heart out if you have to, but know if you do, this young man won't see his father again. He won't get back to Cornell. He won't become a brilliant archaeologist. And that'll be on your hands.
And just to clarify, he is not my father.
No, yes.
We're taking out the medallion to bring it back to life.
That's an important point, yes. I am not his father.
He's not.
I don't know why I love you, you big old bear.
Come here, you! We had it going, didn't we?
Remember your previous assistant, how we were at the edge of the cliff and we made him think there was an avalanche and the poor sap. Well, he died. Mitch, what are you doing out here at the base of the Mount mountain. I thought you were far, far away.
Well, I was. Let me introduce you. Victor, this is Nick Finch. He's a brilliant budding archaeologist.
Pleasure to meet you, my friend. Any friend of Mitch is a goddamn fool.
The way you shook my hand, it must have been very lonely out here.
I've made do.
Listen, so it looks like, well, let me just cut to the chase. Victor, we're after the medallion.
I don't suppose you're looking for a young girl who hot-headedly scampered up the mountain in search of it herself, are you?
Why, as a matter of fact, we do know that someone that fits that description is right here, or at least close.
Mitch, she came past me just 3 days ago. I begged her, I implored her not to go up the mountain. It's dangerous, I told her.
Right. And she said?
She said she didn't care what danger lies on top. She needed the medallion. Why do you need the medallion, I said. To bring back, quoth she, my dead lover.
She was in a relationship? Did not say that on the roster.
No.
She has the lad's name tattooed on her arm.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's going to be hard. Okay, so you can at least tell me maybe which direction she went.
Mitch, anyone fool enough to go after the medallion is courting death.
And this doesn't sound like me to you.
There comes a time, Mitch, where even you cannot go up against the forces of an object so strong. Yes, it's true. Anyone who holds it can bring back one person from the dead. But the god of death, who made this medallion in the cradle of time, is jealous of its power and has protected it with an aura of doom.
Candace! Keep marching. I'm following your steps. You are the best archaeologist in all of Cornell. And how lucky am I to have come across your path?
Oh, well, great luck you have.
Yeah. But with my great luck, I'm going to get revenge on Mitch McCracken. You see, I was once his assistant. And he left me for dead. And I vow vengeance when this blade finds its way to his jugular.
You're barking up the wrong tree, buddy. Do I look like Mitch McCracken? No, I'm a smarter, better archaeologist than he is.
That's why I'm using you to get the medallion. I know what you're looking for. Whose name is this?
Somebody who I promised I'd get the medallion for.
Is he alive?
No.
Oh, my! Look who... You must be Candace.
Mitch McCracken!
Yes!
Look who it is! Look!
Archie? Oh my God, Archie! I thought you died.
You thought I died. You left me for dead!
I did!
Well, no, that was a lie!
Archie, listen, it was Victor. Victor was the one. He said you were dead. I mean, for all intents, you fell back.
Victor! Victor's a fool.
Okay. Yeah, it was me too. But no, seriously, I thought you were dead.
Well, I'm not.
Well, then I'm glad.
I almost died. You're glad. I'm going to get that medallion, Mitch. I'm going to get fortune and glory for once. I was your assistant.
Whoa. If anyone's gonna get the medallion, it's me. You followed my tracks here. I'm the one who got us to this.
So,
Obviously,
Candace, about the medallion and who's going to get it, we might have a little thing there. We're kind of looking forward to.
Oh, who is this?
This is
your new lackey, like I was? What's your name?
The name's Nick Finch, pal.
He's got spunk.
I got a paper cut.
Well, be careful, Nick. Whoever partners up with this guy is a fool.
Look, Archie, I know something about Mitch McCracken. Look, I didn't know my own father. I grew up an orphan, and Mitch took me in. He raised me, he taught me, he believed in me. Archie, he's a good guy, and you can find it in your heart to forgive him.
When you ran with me, I was a kid. I was younger than Nick. I didn't know what I was doing.
But I looked up to you.
I know you did. And I couldn't handle it because I was young and I was brash and I was running away from the university. And hey, look, isn't it possible that after, 25 years I could have changed a little bit? Buddy, isn't it possible?
Suddenly, from behind us, a cold wind from Everest blew in, chilling us to the bone. Filling Archie's heart with ice and disgust.
No! It's not possible! I wish I could trust you, Mitch.
Okay, then you got to do it.
I can't. But I will find that medallion. I will find it. Candace, come here right now.
No.
Come here now or I can kill this one.
You can have him, that's fine. I don't
You don't care?
Candace, didn't you read the roster? I'm in your class. Intro to Ancient Artifact.
Nobody reads the roster.
Sir, we found a clue.
You got lucky. And you got lucky. I'm gonna humiliate you, Mitch.
It's a really good one.
He's still breathing.
Candace,
Wake up.
look, I studied brain trauma. Looks like he was hit pretty bad.
But one last thing. The place where you're standing is a trap.
Mitch, we were just trapped in. A bunch of icicles fell from the ceiling.
Traumatic brain injuries do this.
Okay.
Candace, you can understand him?
Of course, I also studied brain injuries, and he has what's called quick onset aphasia. It'll wear off in about 15 minutes. It's okay.
Until then, we're trapped in here. We're gonna freeze to death if we don't get out. We gotta get out, and the only one smart enough is Mitch McCracken. Mitch, what do we do? Candace, what do we do?
Okay, we have to figure out a way to chisel through the ice.
Excellent thinking, Mitch.
We have to find the weakest point.
Okay, look. The sunlight. It's coming into there. We can use the beam and start chipping away by melting it. Wait, there's another one. What about that?
Oh, it's so cold in here. Oh my goodness.
This one's taking a little longer. Nice thinking, you two. Good work. Now, we need to get up that mountain. and beat Archie.
Seems a wow.
Seemed to wow. And so, we trudged out. The wind blowing fiercely on us as we got up the mountain. And up ahead, peering down, was none other than that person sent by the president of the university.
Not so fast.
Misha, why gun?
You're the dean.
Gun!
Good job!
You're the dean of the College of Science and Archaeology.
You had a wonderful application, Nick.
Thank you. You know, I know there's a low acceptance rate, and I really appreciate you reading mine.
It's a shame I'm gonna have to murder you both now.
Buster Gutuia. Really?
What is wrong with him?
15 minutes, you're up.
But now Phil, my head got hurt, and then now I can talk.
Yes!
Good brain trauma, brain trauma.
Can't let you find that medallion. Look, I don't want to do this. If you would just go back where you came from and you'll go to school, you'll go off on adventures, you'll leave the medallion alone, I won't have to hurt anybody.
Dean, I don't understand why you're doing this. Why would you want me to bring my father back to life?
He knows too much, or he would if he were alive.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if I told you, that wouldn't make much sense, would it?
You always got in monologuing, kid. Good work.
What if I did that?
Oh.
Okay, well then. Oh. There it goes.
Damn it! Tell me the president will just send more.
Tell us! Why did the president send you?
Your father would ruin him.
Ruin him how? Punk. Sardine. I'm really conflicted. Tell us!
The president stole all of his research. Your father would be the president of Cornell if he were alive. But he can't hula dance like the current president. Please.
You do this, you go down a road you can't come back from, kid.
Yeah, listen to him.
Wow. Will Mitch McCracken. Big Fish and Candace find the medallion before Archie. Will they bring Nick's father back to life? Yeah. Find out after a 15-minute intermission. Well, of course, this story took place in the past. But I still feel that bullet in my knee. You see where we last left off? On Mount Everest, the dean of the College of Sciences and Archaeology revealed to me that my father's research had been stolen by the president of the university. And I took from that information that the president was the one who had murdered my father.
How insightful.
Mitch's former sidekick, Archie, was on his way to find the clue that lay at the top of Mount Everest. We were hot on his trail, but with me being injured and the cold Candace fell ill. We were almost lost in the snow until Victor Kapowpow from the base camp rescued us, brought us in to safety. Candace and I were slumbering.
They'll be fine now that I'm here to take care of you all.
Thanks, Victor. You were always good in a pinch.
You'll have to watch that wound.
You are a genius. You always have been.
Mitch, what's the matter with you allowing a kid like that to come on a mission like this for the Medallion of all things?
Well, I love him like his son. He's a good kid, and he's learning. I figured if I bring him along on one last mission, give him a send-off, let him go to school where he belongs. Listen, he doesn't have to stay in the university. He just needs to follow his dreams and get smart. He can come back.
I didn't do that. I walked away. It's one of the biggest regrets of my life, Victor.
He wants the Medallion to bring back his father.
Yeah.
You know, people who quest for the Medallion, they remind me of that picture that came out last year, The Wizard of Oz. With that Judy Garland, if you know what I mean.
She is a looker.
I know.
I mean, she was very young. She was playing a child, but she's older than that.
Don't you remember what happened at the end of the movie? They all risked their lives searching for what they thought they needed.
Exactly.
Only to discover that what they needed, they already have.
Really?
I think I know where you're going with this. You're suggesting that I already have it and he does too.
Perhaps the father he's looking for is closer than he thinks. You're afraid of it, aren't you, Mitch?
You know me well, Victor.
That's why you risk your life day after day, year after year on one crazy death trap of an adventure after another. You're afraid to commit to that boy.
What if something happens to him?
What
What if he gets hurt? He already is hurt. What if he... Victor, what if he dies?
Well, if he dies, then who knows? Maybe a big pink bubble will appear in the sky and fly down. And through that amazing cinematographical magic of theirs, it'll turn into Glinda the Good. Who knows, Mitch?
Victor, that's all stories.
Maybe that will happen. Or maybe red sulfur will spout from the ground and Margaret Hamilton will be there. The point...
That was a looker.
Yeah. The point is, Mitch, nobody knows what will happen as we travel our own yellow brick road.
Bo, look. They don't see us or hear us. Candace sleeps there. This clue you found is amazing.
Yes.
But I can't decipher the text. She's the only one that knows how. We need to get her. And judging by how she poorly reacted to their danger, I think we can convince her to come with us.
Come, Mitch. Come into the back and let me take a look at that wound of yours. They'll be fine.
We're going to sneak in. Make sure he doesn't wake up. He's getting up. Hit him harder. Hey! I'm sorry. Hey! No, we come in peace. We
No, we don't. I mean, yes, we do. I have a weapon.
Listen.
What do you want?
We your help. Look at that. I knew you could decipher the text. I'll give you half of it if you help us with this.
Half of a medallion that...
Half of the glory, half of the fortune, half of what... Raise whatever you want from the dead. I just need it. You can go right now. He won't get in our way. What do you say?
All right, boss. Oh, I don't think that's good.
Is that bad?
Remember, I have a sword! And then I... Mitch McCracken!
Again?
Ah!
Whoa! That was actually pretty easy, wasn't it?
You taught me everything I know, Mitch.
So you're here to steal a girl?
No, I was here to offer her a chance to become someone better. To become someone that's not always going to be in your shadow like everyone else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's this?
You can decipher it, I'm sure. Rise.
Kid, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about all this. Let's go.
You want to go fisticuffs? I do.
Whoa! Whoa! In the head with that one. Okay.
What are you going to do that? Stay down. Stay down.
You're better, boss.
Stay down. Oh, man. You want to keep going?
You knocked me down already. Many times.
So would it make you feel good to knock me down?
Mitch, this might be an opportunity to practice your fatherly skill. Win him over, Mitch.
I tried before. And listen, I mean it. You meant something to me, too. I didn't replace you with Nick. I thought you were dead. Remember?
Well, I wasn't dead.
I know, you weren't dead. I was 25. I didn't know any better.
I was 16.
I know you were.
Allow him to access his feelings.
Feel it.
I looked up to you, Mitch. You said you'd always protect me.
I know. I just read the letter that you wrote me. I read all those thoughts.
When the avalanche came down upon me, I was stuck there, barely able to breathe.
I know.
But using your method of pinky and blow, a small crevice opened, and the single molecule of air entered and touched my lips, and new life was breathed into me. I knew that you'd be right there to pull me out of the snow, but you never came, so I had to claw my way out slowly.
Empathize!
Yes. You absolutely. You've always painted a beautiful picture with your hands and your words.
Yes, and I looked around, and you weren't there.
Wasn't
and
there.
I saw your footsteps in the snow.
And that must have
All
hurt.
the way.
Tell me how that hurt.
It hurt terribly, Mitch.
How? Where? Tell me.
Everywhere, right here.
In your heart, yeah. I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry you died.
Now, Mitch!
Or I thought you were dead.
Mitch, get over that one now!
Listen, kid, I don't know you. I don't know your name. What's your name? Let's do this like this.
I'm Bo.
Bo, that's such a great name. You know, if I had a kid, that'd probably be like the third or fourth thing I'd choose.
You know, when I was a little dismissive.
Oh, sorry. Probably the second one. First one, but Bo is a good hot second. Listen, kid, what's bothering you? Why are you holding that machete? Running around in the snow, trying to slice people up?
Look, I don't know. It's just one day I was just, delivering papers in my neighborhood, and suddenly I just thought, hey, why not just swing a machete around? One thing led to another, and I joined his organization.
Bo, it was your dad, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Listen, I don't know about your dad, his I've never met him. Hell, I just met you a couple minutes ago. But
Tell him an anecdote about a puppy.
Oh. So, once I had a pup. It feels good to cry, doesn't it? Yeah. Here. I don't need this anymore.
Mitch. Let's find this together. That's the clue.
He doesn't know how to decipher correctly. It's coordinates.
Huh?
See? On the map.
Yeah.
Between the longitude and latitude lines. Why do you always get it wrong? Between the longitude and latitude lines, we have to go at a 45-degree angle. On the map, it's going to be a series of islands.
Oh, the islands of Kimjon, Mitch.
Are you all still...
Candace! Stop. Come here right away. Nick, come here!
What's going on?
Nick, what are you doing?
So what? I'm out for a moment, you think I'm dead, and you're already finding new sons? Stay away from me!
No, Nick, no, Nick! I love you, Nick. Tell her to What did I do? Victor! Why? I'm swimming. I'm swimming in a watering. Mom, Mitch! I'm in kindergarten and they're making fun of me. You mustn't go after the idol.
The medallion?
The medallion! Mitch, it's too dangerous! Remember, Mitch! Victor, stay with me! Mitch! There's no place
I'm sorry, Mitch. The gun just went off. I didn't do it on purpose.
It's my fault! It's all my fault! It's all of it!
That's true.
Mitch! I'm going after this myself. You be with Archie. Enjoy yourselves.
Nick!
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Listen. I have to go after that kid. And you're probably going to have to answer for that. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because he was really old, and because I love you, I'm going to give you a head start.
Head start?
Yeah.
For what? To do what? I can't do this.
Listen, you got to go. You got to make this right. You got to figure out how to make this right.
The medallion, Mitch.
Yeah?
The medallion is the only thing that can bring him back. And I'm responsible.
Okay. Well, then I suppose we're going after it.
Let me come with you, Mitch.
Okay? For old time's sake. Let's do it.
I'm just gonna go get a puppy.
Okay.
I'll bring you back, mister.
On a boat, headed to the island. Now, in the film, of course, this was just a fishing vessel that Nick had stowed away on, taking Candace with him. But, in real life, what was the purpose of this?
Mermaid watcher. Mermaid.
I heard something right here.
Mermaid watcher. Mermaid watching boat.
That's right. This boat, leaving from the closest port to the Himalayas, was a mermaid-catching boat. On its way through the seas to the very island that we sought out, the Medallion. I had Candace in the lower decks. The waves were rough. A surly old man led the boat into the storm.
There'll be a mermaid ahead. Yes, I will get her back. She had broke my heart when I was just a wee lad. But now I will find her again. Oh, my love.
He
Was a bird again!
to his left, where he saw her sitting there upon a rock.
Oh, the silence! Oh, I'm by myself again! Oh, man! Dropping the anchor! Yes, drop the anchor!
I could see the sight of true love, a man going after one he cherished so much, brought tears to the eyes of Candace, thinking of her long-lost love.
Oh, my dear, I have searched long and hard to find your face again. You have not aged but one day.
Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you,
Sorry.
What was your name again?
My whole life, I have searched for the mermaid that changed my heart from stone. She doesn't even remember my name.
Want to talk about it?
I do. Let's go below deck and talk about it. I will leave the ship unattended.
I locked them in there.
What luck.
Don't think of jumping overboard.
I'm not gonna jump overboard, but I don't understand why you're so obsessed with the medallion.
What do you mean? You were after it yourself to find your long-lost love, pull him from the grave. I'm after my father, my real father, not... Well, I won't say his name.
You're after somebody you've never met. When you have the perfect father figure in your life. I don't understand.
Why are you after it? This lover of yours, apparently?
It was unrequited love. I met him at the university. My father, Professor Robot, did not approve of him whatsoever. He was a total jock. Failed every class, but was on the football team, so they kept him at Cornell.
I'm sorry. Wait a moment. You were just saying that I couldn't care about my father because I never met him, and you're pining after a guy who didn't even know your name?
He might not have known my name, but I knew his.
You got it tattooed on your arm. There must have been something about him.
It was a lack of judgment, but my father, he was so upset that I would do this, and then when Anthony passed away, I thought my father was right. I'm the one who was foolish, so I made it my mission that I was going to bring him back. I knew about the medallion, and I thought if I brought him back to life, he would love me.
Candace, look, that's very noble.
I've never told anyone that before.
I want the same thing. I mean, I'm hoping that when I bring him back, my father loves me.
Look at you, what's not to love? Got a big brain, a big heart.
Candace, I'm just wondering, why did you never tell Anthony your feelings? Or what happened there? Did you ever express to him how you felt?
I tried to once. I went up to him and I said, "Hi!" And that's all I could get out.
Candace, look, no offense, but I feel like, look, there's this old tale about a sailor and a mermaid. The sailor built up the mermaid in his mind and thought that once he found her, she would love him, and they would swim off together, have a few fish babies, live in the Great Barrier Reef. But as you can see, it's not always the case. It's wishful thinking.
You mean it's fishful thinking?
I don't know. As I fell that tent in the Himalayas, I was thinking that I never met my father. And what if I bring him back to life and he doesn't love me? He wants to pursue something else, like his studies. He wants to leave me behind, and then I wake up and I see Mitch babying his former student, and all I could think was that he was going to leave me too.
So anyway, sir, there are plenty of fish in this sea. Careful, we're gonna crash into a rock right there! It's a bunch coming right now! There's the rocket! It's
Mitch, this is a single-engine plane, but I think I can fly to the coordinates that were on the paper.
Dang, kid, you're amazing. Hey, you keep it in the air, and I gotta tell you something.
Go ahead.
Listen, I really am sorry. You always made me laugh. You had so much potential, and I really thought you were dead. And I'm really, really glad that you forgive me.
Of course I forgive you, Mitch.
And listen, do you think it's possible that I can have a relationship with you that's fatherly, and I can have a relationship with Nick that's fatherly too? I mean, does it have to be either or?
No, it doesn't.
I mean, you guys could be like brothers to each other,
Let's
right?
not go too far right now. You had to come to my face.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to make things right.
I know you are. Maybe sometimes just gotta let us also help you a little bit. You don't have to always be the center of everything. That's one of the problems here.
Okay. Well,
you gotta let the kids grow up.
You're right.
You'll grow up in the process too.
Look, there it is.
The ship. Is that? Wait, they're in the water.
They're in the water.
I'm gonna do nose dive hard.
Okay. Here we go.
There's no place to land.
Just get a ditch in the water. You can do this. You can swim, right?
No.
Well, hang on to me, brother. Let's go.
I'm sure I can swim.
Yeah, no, I got you. Here, grab a hold. Yeah, get up. Look, they're in the water. Come on, get him.
They're unconscious.
She's sliding. He's sliding. Hold on. She's sliding. You hold her.
He's sliding. I can't see what he's doing.
It's like he's swimming on purpose. Kid, wake up! Wake up! Dad! No, honey, stay over here. No, stay with me. Oh, you're not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Buddy, I'm here. I found you. I'm so sorry you slid down and then you choked out water. What you saw? We were talking in the boat, ship, plane. I don't know. I've taken so many modes of transportation. Listen. I love you. And just because he's a kid that I hung out with and he's back in my life doesn't mean you're not. Oh, she must really like you. Mitch. The rabbit,
Buddy,
just like he taught me. Mitch, I'm sorry.
I know.
What do I need to do?
I love you. Hey,
Now listen, kid.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt this moment. But I saw a plane behind us. I didn't want to say anything earlier. I thought I was seeing things. But there was some guy wearing a hat and some sort of a outfit in a plane following.
Was he singing the blues?
Yes.
You can hear it all the way from there?
I can make lead snitch.
Oh,
I can hear it now. Just a second. Oh, he's flying low over us.
It's the Dean.
Oh my God, his Cessna has a machine gun turret.
Oh, wait, no, it's just a stand-up bass. Oh, there's a stand-up bass. That's a machine gun in decided.
Mitch, we gotta get to those stones over there, those rocks.
Come on, follow me. I've got the path. It's gonna be 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, come on.
Mr. President, I hope you'll come and fly this plane soon.
Hold on, I always fly better after I've taken that.
There's only so long I can riff.
You gotta keep low.
Well, I always say if you can't find a good dean to get the job done, you must do it yourself. Am I right?
Oh, you're right, you're right. You know,
Down. You think they're gonna land soon?
Mr. President, I know something that you don't know that you should know.
Well, tell me, my boy, the story you know. For if you don't know, then we'll go slow.
Well, I do know, so I'll go really fast.
Well, go ahead, Mr. Madden.
They know. They know that you killed Nick Finch's father.
All right, we'll kill them all then. It's a good thing I brought the entire deans of antiquity with me.
That's the dean of Cornell.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes,
The president! And, oh no, all of their weapons!
The dean of art, history, and they brought all of their weapons.
and they're the best a cappella group on campus.
Each of their instruments also doubles as a weapon. The stand-up bass, the machine gun.
Mitch, Nick, Candace, on the paper, the coordinates, they lead exactly to the temple gates right there.
Right behind us.
Covered in vines.
That's it. Well, we can just go right into the temple. We can beat them to the medallion.
But we can't go in there when they have a gun turret down bearing upon us.
Mr. President, there they are by that temple over there.
Give the gun, give the gun.
Up with the weapons, my lad. Come on, for a pass.
I'm a crack shot. I can shoot the engines from here.
One more.
Get them closer.
Now we're hit. Good thing we have 3 more engines.
My sword!
Ah, that's 2 engines. Well, no, guys, we've got 1 more engine left. We're fine.
They still have 1 engine. What are we gonna do? I know what I'll do. I am going to, I'm gonna draw their fire. When I draw their fire, you head in there.
But you might die, Mitch.
I'm not gonna die today. Don't worry about it. Come here. Come and get me.
Let's get Mitchell.
Whoa! Come this way. Not so easy, is it? President, are you okay?
Of course. The skirt.
Darling, I mean, Professor, are you all right?
I am. Are all our limbs accounted for? All our musical instruments and weapons? Listen.
My goodness, you are the president! Boing, boing, boing!
Listen. Our time at the top of the charts is at a precarious position. If we don't go in there and get that ambulance, why? We shall be cast on the street. We shall be out busking in the subway. But do you want to busk again?
No, no, no.
We vow to never busk again.
And so, Mitch and companions entered the temple on the island. The temple that held the medallion.
It's more beautiful than I would have imagined, isn't it? It's all crystals and azurite.
And what?
Azurite is a stone.
It was crystals. It was azurite. But the films left out one thing that it also was. What was that last and? I'd love to hear something from this general area. What was that?
Laughing gas. Diamonds.
Laughing gas. Yes, of course. There was laughing gas.
Wait, what was the name of that mineral you said?
Azurite.
Does my ass look right? You said
hot on our tail.
Okay. We gotta keep going! We're gonna die!
Okay, you guys keep laughing. Don't worry about it. I got my face covered.
Mitch!
Yeah.
My father's studies. They're gonna help us through this temple.
Okay.
This first chamber.
Oh, the markings.
Yes, the markings. You see, we must step on the right markings. If we don't, then the medallion will kill one of us.
Hold on, Mitch. Don't forget. Victor told us about death himself. This could be his lair, or at least hers or theirs. I don't know. I'm not sure.
The only thing, Mitch, is that the markings are written in gibberish. If only we knew someone who spoke gibberish.
Me? I mean...
Candace, you must lead us through.
Come on, Candace, you can do it.
You can do it.
Don't worry, the only stake is that if we touch one wrong letter, one of us will die.
Okay, here goes nothing.
You gonna do it first?
I hear tuba!
Go, Sam!
Okay.
Come on, Mitch.
Boo! Hakalikiaka.
You gotta go faster.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
You lost him a second time.
And just when I thought it was getting good. Oh, no, but I gotta keep going. More gibberish.
But that's a different dialect. I don't know this one.
I have an idea. Kid, hit me on the head. Real hard. Come on.
I can't work.
Go! Putavatigishi Putuhua! Titiku Kuata. He says he's got a question.
He looks lonely in here.
Like you know, was the information the ball was in the world for we start making some boy in but passion though. Is it not for him?
So, weirdly, now I can speak it, and I can also speak regular words. Must be something about the chamber. Bisigapa Hokohishi. So, he says for a long time, since the sun has traveled many times around the earth, he has been in this chamber by himself.
Mitch, I know who this is. This is the son of death.
I think you could probably tell he's talking about his dad. Yeah, your dad. He says his dad locked him here and made him guard the medallion while he, the Lord of Death, traveled the earth and sired many half-blooded children. But meanwhile, his mother is light itself. But he is locked away and will never see her.
Listen, we're gonna go in there. We're gonna go in that chamber. We're gonna get the medallion. And you're gonna show your father who's who, right?
Right. Yeah.
The medallion.
I know. I know you're scared. I get it. Listen to me. Your father, he did awful things to you. That happens. But we're not him. And it's okay, you're not your father. Listen, hey, I once had a puppy. A little beautiful puppy. Yeah, tiny puppy. Yeah, things like this. I named him Tickles. It's more of a cat name, but I thought he was the greatest puppy in the world. And you know, my dad took him. He said I couldn't handle it. He said, you know, Mitchie, he said, you're not taking care of that puppy. And so, I'm going to give him to old man Magruder's kid. Yeah. And that hurt a lot. But I didn't let it define me. I didn't let it make me who I am. Yes, you're the son of death, but you're the son of light, too.
It's working. He's giving it to you. Oh no!
Quite touching. Mr. Finch, Mr. McCracken. And now, for the Regency of Cornell, I shall have that amulet. It looks gaudy and garish on you anyway.
I'm not trying to wear it for looks. I'm wearing it because it belongs to us now. We're taking it out of here.
I'm literally going to kill all of you.
Like you killed my father?
Like I killed your father and usurped his position. Why? When I get that amulet, I'll bring back the world's greatest thinker, the Benjamin Franklin. I don't know. You think you're touched by me?
Why not bring back your own father?
Daddy was very rude to me. Papa used to lock me in a cupboard because I liked singing too much. Well, I showed him.
I mean, I know you're about to kill me, but you do have a beautiful singing voice. Why don't you sing us a song about your father? I mean, you can kill us afterwards.
No harm in
I'll hold your guns while you do it.
Wait a minute. Daddy, you locked me in a closet. Because I like to sing, because I like to dance, because I like a little bit of fancy hula dance.
And it hurt, didn't it?
Oh, Daddy,
Let it out!
you locked me in a closet.
Let it out!
And it broke my heart, like a wooden composite. Oh, Daddy, you locked me in a closet. I just couldn't stop it.
It's okay.
Oh.
I'm not going to kill you.
My vanity did it again.
Yeah.
In the chamber, there's a small room which seems like that little guy's clothing went inside. We should lock them in there.
Ah, that's a good idea. We'll lock him in there, and we'll let the authorities sort it out. Get in there. Go. Go. Go.
What authorities on the tiny Pacific Island?
We'll get him here.
Mitch, I think it's time for us to decide who we're going to use that medallion on. Is it going to be Candace's lover, my father, or Archie?
Or Victor.
There's
Listen.
so many choices, so many decisions. Now, of course, you know, in the film, there was a lot of da-da-da-da-da, and they brought everyone back. But in real life, the power of the medallion held true. There was only one person that could be brought back. Now let's see if you can guess. If you believe that it was Victor Kapow-Pow. Clap now. Yeah, Vic was okay. If you think it should be Anthony, Candace's lover from afar, clap now. If you think it should be Nick Finch's father, my own dad. This guy likes it. His real father. If you think it should be Archie.
Let's go. I think,
Mitch.
Yeah.
You forgot to tell us your decision.
Oh, well, I think it should be Archie. Listen, Mitch, only if you'll have me as your dad.
Mitch McCracken, you've always been my father.
Okay, let's use the words. Maybe it'll, I don't know how this works. Hopefully it'll bring him back. I'm not sure where he is.
We'll all say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, well, you know, we should go, let's go get him. He's not dead, right?
Well, we jump back to Ithaca, New York, to Cornell University, the president's office, the seat newly filled by none other than Professor Robart. I walked in with Candace.
My dear!
Daddy!
Look at you. You're okay.
I'm okay.
And you have the medallion.
We already used it, though.
Yeah, it's got no power left. But it's really pretty.
It's lovely.
And hey, the guy that was wearing it, he was real cool.
It doesn't matter. I've gotten my daughter back.
Can I
All I
have my
care about.
father?
Listen, the president of the university, he's locked in a little room with the rest of his hench people who play musical instruments that also shoot things. We should probably get the authorities out there.
I'll make the call.
And so, outside, there was a little old roadster. There was a little old roadster. In the front seat, the driver, Mitch McCracken. By his side, on the bench, a dual seat for Nick Finch and Archie. Archie Caracciolo. Last name.
Hey, boys. Archie?
Yeah.
Why don't you get on this side, buddy?
Really?
Yeah. Listen. So, are you gonna do it?
Am I gonna go to class?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I got 45 minutes. Do you have time for an adventure?
I think I do. How about you?
I'm ready.
Punch it. And so off we went. Across the campus, one last adventure before school started. Mitch, Archie, Nick, a family. The end.
I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater. The beautiful set we've been playing on tonight was designed and built by Eileen Tumlin and Adam Letterman. The music you've been listening to all night was composed and recorded by Arastu Duraksha. We are very excited to welcome back to our stage after a too long hiatus, your Mitch McCracken and Mihai! There would not be an adventure serial if it wasn't for the man who created and directed it. Please say thank you to Griffin Davis Beard! My friends, if you had fun and you want to see the show again, and you think football is stupid, come back tomorrow at 3:15. It's our final show. It's always brand new. It's always improvised. We'd love to play to another awesome crowd. Come back and see us again. Tell your friends. Bring them back. In April, we're right back here. It's called My Dearest Love. It's a full-length improvised play, as everything we always do is, in the style of a French comedy of intrigue, like the famous movie Dangerous Liaisons. Ooh. No, nothing. All right. Well, it's a really good show. I hope you'll come back and see us in April for My Dearest Love. We have some postcards on the table. Go ahead and take one on your way out. We'd appreciate it very much. If you think improv is fun, it really is. If you're wondering, can I do that? You really can. Synergy Theater teaches classes, and we can teach you. In the end of March, I'm personally going to be teaching and beginning improv class. If you've never improvised in your life and you want to give it a shot, teaching it through the Walnut Creek Arts and Rec Department, we have some postcards on the table. Grab one on the way out. Also, you'll notice a nice bucket over there. We are a 501c3 charitable organization. We rely very heavily on the generosity of our patrons to help us do what we do. If you have a couple of bucks and you wouldn't mind throwing it in the box on your way out, we'd appreciate it. If you have a lot of bucks at home in like your piggy bank and you want to write us a great big check, we'd appreciate that too. Take one of the envelopes and send it to us. If you have a friend in the cast and you want to say hello, give us about 15 minutes and we'll be out by the stage door in the back of the building. You are awesome. Have a wonderful day and may it be filled with adventure. Good night.